Hey folks, now bear with me. This is a late edition. It's still Thursday, and this is a response, but a sharing of information because now this is some hard information based on facts. Okay, I'm doing this. I am. I want to get this. I want to get this out because I don't see everything, but I don't see gaslighting addressed like I'm going to attempt to. Okay. So we know what gaslighting is. It's very common in communication these days, and especially when it comes to political discourse. Now, I bring up things that relate to politics because it relates to life. And my concern is life. And that is really clear to you other human beings. Okay, so again, bear with me, friends. I'm trying to share some information for those who will hear it. So I am going to define the continued needling that I erase. Some of you see it as gaslighting because the comments in general attempt to tell me, and that's what gaslighting does, it attempts to tell you what you're saying and thinking, just with the apparent expectation or intention that we're stating this and this is how it is. And unfortunately, it does seem to catch many people off guard. Now, stay with me. Here's the information that is needed in communication, especially when it's on a human level, which is what I'm doing, even when I express my personal concerns about social issues which touches on politics. I'm not playing politics, I'm speaking my mind, okay? So the nature of the continued I just want to just call it something diplomatic. Attempts to throw shade or somehow, to somehow make it, to try to reverse things or to deflect, to try to say that somehow me expressing concerns about these issues is some kind of personal flaw, or that the incoming person is attempting to define you're stuck on something. That is a perception, and again, it needs to be addressed like this because the way communication goes these days, these sort of things for some reason catch most people off guard, or it upsets them. Someone says something and all of a sudden it's a fact. When you stop and think about it, again, when we share thoughts, when people say things, it's an expression of each of ours reality. Because of my background and training, I'm bringing that up, my education, I know this is hard information about communication and about the motivation behind this type of communication, gaslighting, where people, and again, the other part of it is that part of the motivation is to insult, to, I mean, that in that there that alone tells you a lot. The motivation to try and continually see, I'm just really, you follow what I'm saying already, many of you, but I'm going to keep going at it because it's late and this is important. You'll get it. It's not going to stop anything. That's really not the point. The point is to respond with information, not react. There's nothing. Okay, that's what part of the motivation is to get a reaction, which this response is a reaction. Okay, so it's both. But notice what I'm attempting to do with it, which is to share some information that's useful, which is, again, the part that needs to be pointed out is people that do this sort of communication, their motivation and what they're doing is negative, and it says more about their lack of character, or maybe it's not character. It definitely reflects what's happening in their heads, and very blindly or very stubbornly just continuing to insist this is the way it is, when it's just the way it is in their head, you know. And some of y'all need to understand that, because I hear from people, you know, where you say people have said things in the past or say things that hurt you or catch you, and they upset you, and even after you figure out that it was the problem was them, not you, you're just the target, it still leaves a scar. And that's what I'm attempting to share, is know this. And this is, again, why I just go on with my business, with my videos, but I'm also doing this because I don't see everything, but I haven't seen anything like this where a recipient of continual, typical, it really does seem like paid, politicized, and some of it racist trolling. You know, I haven't seen much. I haven't seen anyone really try to address it like this. You know, the motivation behind it is wrong. It is, and not the only, but the type of mentality that would respond to it, that is in kind with it, you know, we can put it on levels. It's of a lower mentality, and I wouldn't necessarily say intelligence, because, you know, intelligent people are thinking and believing some crazy shit. So, just to recap, I think it's important to just say, again, for the record, note the motivation behind gaslighting and people attempting to insult you, me, or to, again, just keep saying the problem is with you because you're saying something we don't like. in essence. And the motivation behind that is just is negative. It's wrongly motivated. It's not helpful. Again, I'll state it and I'll be gone. You other human beings who I hear from all the time, the majority, and so that's why I'm saying, bear with me. Many of you are saying, there he goes again. Again, the attempt is to share some information. But like I said, the majority of you human beings who have a heart and a soul and are connected to humanity, yeah, we're on the same page, When I bring these things up, it's out of concern for everyone, including the folks who are dead set on riding this politically charged division of thought and actual, it's really, actual division in the world, in my country, all over, really. This little talk may or may not do anyone any good, but as I thought about it while I was playing records, just now listening to some Slow Dive that I dearly love, Morning Rise, I just thought to myself, let me attempt to try to verbalize this. Beautiful recent issues on 180 gram of their EPs. I love them. Okay? That's what it's about. It's about trying to... I'm just saying, I see what's going on with this. It's about power and about a desperate efforts to maintain a status quo that's not right in the first damn place. Feel me, people? Okay? I'm going to upload this, and it'll be up overnight. Lord knows what kind of stuff will be on here. I'm just going to say it right here. If the folks that I'm talking about go ahead and do what I'm talking about, which is just be negative, blind, and just try to do what I'm talking about, if some of y'all see it and want to say something to them, go ahead. Because it's, you see, my response, it's like, I'm seeing what's going on. It's like, these folks are like, man, in a real life conversation, man, it'd be like a bitch slap. It's like, yeah, damn, truly stuck on stupid. And that, I know that gets people going because they're on that level. And I'm one who, I'm trying. It's an attempt. See, I'm just going to keep going because I don't always get it right. But, I've mentioned the 4 agreements. And it's a real difficult. But there's a lot of wisdom where it says, don't take things personal. Because people do things because of of themselves, not you. And I just explained it. People who are, I want to say it. How do I say it? Who are like bulls in china shops, just continually doing a behavior, kind of insanely expecting that at some point it's going to change things. These people need to call them out. That's all I'm doing. It's like, it's ill behavior. So if you see it, and because when I get up and I see it, I'll remove it. I don't even read it. I just have to catch a little bit to see the motivation. See, that's again, it has to do with what is their purpose? And the purpose is not loving or helpful, and that settles it. That shit's wrong. We don't need it at all, anywhere in the world. We don't need it.